Alright, I decided to do something crazy, and I took this deck to a league, and we'll see how it does. I don't expect it to do particularly well, especially with his mana. Do I keep this? He's gonna kill an elf, almost certainly. Then I have another elf. He might kill it. I get a scry. I'm on the draw, or on the play. So I only get 2 looks for a land, so that's 60%. We're not insta-dead, but we're pretty close to insta-dead if... Don't really want to go down to 5. I think I have to. This is fine. It's almost even good. So as I was saying, I don't expect it to do perfectly well, or even... Do I want that? That's probably fine. I'm going to keep it. I think if I get 2 and 3, it's going to be doing pretty good. But if I get... I think I'll get a better idea of how the deck really performs if I play against some real decks in... and I think this is a pretty good deck. It's mostly just a Nissa deck with, Prime Speaker at the top end instead of Nissa. I don't know if I'll ever be able to resolve it in a league format, but that's what I want to know. So I figured I'd try it out. And if I totally scrub out, oh well. But then we know. So, and I won't do this with all rogue decks because some rogue decks are just meant to be fun. And but this one's been performing pretty well. We've had a few losses, but you have a few losses with any old deck, and I think I've had some good wins against some good decks, and so I'm hoping maybe can take it to the next level. Probably not. Gonna find out. All right. So let's play an elf. This Moldafy isn't a great start, and it looks like he's just going to kill our elf. Well, blue-green doesn't really kill our elf very well. We don't have a Scavenging Ooze or anything. So he got a counter up. Do I want to risk it? I don't. Alright, we drew a land. I think there's a high probability he counters. The Oracle here. But that might make our Primal Command good. If we draw another land. Yeah. I didn't expect that to resolve. We're pretty far behind in cards, so maybe I wanted to try and hold off. Because we just get dazed. We just gave him an opening to use Daze to the best possible way. And he's got a Wasteland. And a Tasigur. Alright, so off to a really bad start. Can't imagine that guy lives. Maybe I wanted a crop rotation. I'll take 4. Oh, he just tapped. So, we'll cost 5 mana. Acidic Slime? Because we only have 5 mana. Yeah, Acidic Slime's probably good enough. Did not expect that to happen. And he's not going to draw a counterspell this turn. Alright, that's a thing. I think I have to kill that instead of a land. Maybe that's what he wants. At least Acidic Slime is still a really good blocker. I will 100% block. What do we not care about? Remand, I guess. Let's do Breeding Pool. No. We can crop rotation on his turn. Do we crop rotation? Not with Remand in the way. Let him Remand Garruk. Unless he's got a better counterspell. That would be somewhat bad. Alright. It's all fine and good. Apparently he's just drawing a whole bunch of lands, which he probably shouldn't tell me because I've been on a land destruction plan and he just let me know that it's not good. I think we want an island with Sakura Tribe Elder. Someone Scrying is good. Can we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? No, we need a land to play the crop rotation, so we can't next turn do anything with Eye of Ugin. But we can play the Temple, play the Garruk. Hope he doesn't counter it. We can pay for Mana Leak. I think we make a Beast. Let's make a Beast. His Tasigur is still pretty expensive. He's almost... It's 2 mana now, I think. Oh, I should have... yeah, it should be 2 mana. I wonder if he has a Mana Leak. The way he paused... I don't really want to play into a Mana Leak with this crop rotation, because then I lose a land. Alright. He's got a counterspell now. No? Oh, that's good. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have enough to Ulamog. Yes, Ulamog. I hope I added up my lands right. I guess I can Prime Speaker if I didn't. Fifteen lands and 26 draws. Amazing skill. Spike can lose to Prime Speaker. He's a little salty because he lost to a rogue deck. It is a good rogue deck. But yeah, if he had drawn more counter spells, he might have been able to interfere with us better. But sometimes it's pretty draw dependent. So, I mean, that was pretty unlucky for him. I'll admit, he drew a lot of lands. I don't know if he drew 15 lands, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He could have only drawn 13 lands. Oh, no, there's some exiled. Yeah, I guess if he has 3 lands in his hand, that's 15 out of 26. Yeah, that's unlucky. That's a little bit above curve. That's over 50% of your draws. So, I'm sorry for him. It happens. I mulliganed to 5, so... Got match 2. We're on the draw. Playing against Ram again. We played that earlier. Managed to go over the top of him just barely. Yes. Yes, I am. I'm going to try and keep this hand. It's crazy if I can make it work. I don't think he can really interfere with the Flooded Strand and the Wild Growth and the, you know, 2 birds next turn. No counter spells. Oh, it's gotta be a... That's dangerous. I didn't add that up properly. I'm gonna drop down a SRAM. How many 0 mana artifacts you got? None. It's a crazy hand. The Draga doesn't create mana next turn. I could have tried and kept up Spell Pierce. This mouse. It's messing up again. Can I... Ceramic Silverblade Paladin is a weird one. Yeah, this... I don't know what's up with my mouse. It's a corded mouse. It's non-creature permanent. So... This is free. So we still have 4 mana. I have to do this for a land. It's pretty bad. I think I want an island. Alright. Next turn, we can do a lot better. And we can counter a equipment depending on which one he plays. It's 1 mana equipment. There's no point. Draw a card for each ore attached to a creature. So he draws another card, and I think that's going to be problematic. Not going to block. Oh, okay. One, two, three, four, five. So we can Primal Command a land. I don't think that does much. We can, but we do kind of want to. We can block with the Secure Tribe Elder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we anywhere close to casting Woundlong? Probably not. We're at 7, 8. Alright, well, he gets to still cost him a land. Maybe I should have gone for Woundlong. We're pretty low life total here. Let's go for a forest. That's kind of a crazy card. What can I get with this thing? Guess we can just get Eternal Witness, bring back a land. Cast the Fauna Shaman. Give us a lot of good blockers. So you can bring back the Sage's Reverie, draw a card. I don't know what he's got up his sleeve here, but I think we do our best by saving our life. Alright, well that seems good. So I was right. That gives us World Breaker next turn. Down to 8 life. Maybe I should have blocked another thing, but if he hadn't had the Wrath, I figured he had some sort of trick. Yep, there's SRAM. He must not be playing a super heavy equipment build. Do I want an Oblivion Sower instead of... It's still pretty good. One land. I think I'd rather hit an artifact than a land. He's already at 6 lands. If there's still not an artifact on the field, we can Prime Speaker. If he plays a sword, then we have to block with Oblivion Sower. Because this is green. Alright, well we're blocking. Because we're just blocking with a Dryad Arbor. Don't want to go down to 3. Probably should have tapped that for blue. Do I want to leave up the Spell Snare, or do I want to just put down a Wood Elves? You could give it Trample. I don't want to lose life here. I probably could have just gone for the Breeding Pool. Alright, I learned my lesson. When you're trying to stabilize against this kind of a deck, don't attack greedily. I still have something that lets me get around protection from any color. Oh no. I guess you could give it flying. It's hard in white. Don't think that attack was too greedy. Alright. Thankfully I exiled that one. So yes, please. I think we just kill him next turn with that. Alright, if he's blocking, that's a good sign. No, he's not blocking. I still have three blockers. So, played against this before. I lost to protection effects. So, you gotta not be greedy. You have a lot of colorless creatures, so it's really important to not overly aggressively attack, because you can usually win in a couple of swings. You know, if you have to leave a Ulamog back to block, you know, he has indestructible, so he's an awesome blocker. So it sucks to leave him back to block, but that's the way you kind of, you know. This time I had two other colorless creatures. And if I lose them, oh well, I still have the Crater Hoof, which kills them next turn. So, you know, so that's kind of what you have to do against this this ROM deck. If you can stabilize, then you need to stay stabilized by leaving your colorless creatures back. You know, at least one, probably for every creature on the board, because he's got a lot of tricks to try and get your creatures out of the way, and the colorless ones are some of the best for getting around that. Match 3, I'm on the draw against Zergo, but I have a Burgeoning. So I also have a Scavenging Ooze. So let's grab us a tropical island and drop a Burgeoning. Burgeoning can really good when you prime Speaker and then you get extra lands and you can drop them down. So he doesn't drop a land before combat. Does he not have a land? Unless I draw another land, though, that's the only Burgeoning trigger that really means anything. No, I actually, okay, I draw another land. So, target creature or player. So, do I want the tireless? No, because neither of these things, I guess. Guess I'm not getting anywhere if I don't put something in front of those things. Alright, he's got another removal spell anyways. I might have wanted to investigate on my turn. So now I can't really block, can I? I guess I can. Just doesn't do as much as I'd like. Do I care? A trade is a trade is a trade. No, okay, he's got that anyways. He's doing a lot of damage to me. And I take 5 more. Grifspoon is pretty good. I don't know if you caught the end, but I was saying that the protection effects, I should have factor fiction in response to that. The protection effects is why I was leaving back those colorless creatures. Because I actually played against that deck earlier. Somebody else was playing one. And it was the garbage equipment. one, and he managed to get one off of land, a protection effect off of land, and there wasn't anything I could do to stop it. And he killed me because I attacked with my Ulamog. I want this one. I think I want to neuter his commander. See if I can stabilize against this. I can throw the Ember Hauler at it. I'm blocking this mage. Now, I didn't think about that. He has prowess. That was a mistake. Wonder if I could have twisted that around to cast the Alright. So that's 5 damage. Oh, I'm dead. Oh. Could not. I thought I would be able to stabilize against Zergo. Could not stabilize against Zergo. Your 0-4 does nothing. Especially with the burgeoning, I thought. I'm giving the GG. Oh well. Win some, you lose some. 4. We're on the draw against Maelstrom Wanderer. This one's going to be hard. Do I keep this weird hand? I guess it seems keepable. He could have Lightning Bolt. He has significantly less removal than like a Tasigur or... If we draw land next turn, that Lotus Cobra is going to get nuts. Alright, he's not removing our elf. Alright. Always yes. Always yield. Choose green. Play the Sylvan Library. Now we can find a land next turn and hopefully Acid Moss him. Mystic Tutor on your turn? Oh, on his upkeep. Oh, for a Nature's Lore? That's strange. I guess. Oh, geez. He is going off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So next turn. I think I still want to... Oh, wait. See what kind of nuts thing we can do. Screen. Skyshroud Claim. So that's another 5 mana. Let's get rid of the Taiga. Probably. For a forest. Play green. Nothing else. If he plays an instant or a sorcery, we can Flusterstorm it. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We have the Sanctum. Look at that. Green. All right, we win. Whew, that's what you want to do to Maelstrom Wanderer. You want to just kill their lands, kill their lands, kill their lands, kill their lands. He's down to 2 cards. He could probably draw a land next turn, but he's a long way off. I'm getting an Ulamog. So, yeah, not bad. All right, got our last one. File Smasher and Chrome. Think we keep this? We're on the draw. I'm playing against dots. So that's fun. He's also currently 3-0. Cavern. Naming Goblin. Oh, thank you. Guess he could have a Daze or a Force. Misdirection. Can't do anything about that. Well, Demonic Tutor is probably really bad for me. At least he's down to 4 cards. He's clearly going for Bile Smasher here. Nothing I can do about that. Well, Tireless Tracker's a thing. Kind of wish I had blue mana out. I don't know what he tutored for. Well, that can't be good. Oh, destroy target artifact. Oh. That's not good. So Dispel wouldn't have been able to get that anyways. He just did a ton of damage to me. Can't do anything with this next turn. This deck is so strong. Or until next turn. Four cards. Does he have a land? Is he going after me with Chrome? Guessing he would have done that if he had that to do. Alright, you can have my Dispel. Nothing I can do there. Now, do I name Eldrazi? Probably. I really need this to resolve. I might not get to resolve a Prime Speaker, but naming Eldrazi is still pretty good. Ooh, I get a Scry. Yes, please. 4 card types. Yeah, I think I want that. If there's any chance of beating him, that's the way. What's he got? Liliana. Okay. can't cast Ulamog, so let's just get World Breaker. So wait, let's yeah, that's fine. Do we want to remand it? No, he has no other targets for remand. Oh, I can't redirect it. Alright. Alright. Guess we're kind of back to square one, but he's at 3 mana. He has a Force of Will in his hand. That Toxic Deluge he drew was pretty lucky. That was like right on time. Cost him 13 life, but I don't have a man land. Less than ideal, but we'll draw one card. Alright. It's actually pretty good. Can I cast Emrakul? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Let's just go for World Breaker. Or Tireless Tracker? I guess it's World Breaker. Or we could just go for Wasteland. Hit his lands. Because he can cast either of his commanders next turn. Yeah, I think it's got to be Wasteland. All right. Whew. It's extra treasure chest weekend, so I get an extra treasure chest. I just went 4-1. So the deck did pretty good. I just beat one of the best pilots of a Vial Smasher deck. Managed to eke it by largely because I drew that Emrakul. That was very choice, allowing me to slam his Vial Smasher, get rid of his thing, not tick up his Liliana. And I was able to just smash a bunch of his lands. So, yeah, I mean, this is actually a semi-legit deck. I mean, to go 4-1 in a league, I mean, it was a little bit lucky, but, you know, I mean, it was lucky against Tasigur. I think I got pretty average. Like, I might have even drawn, I don't know, I got a little lucky against Vial Smasher there. And I only lost to Zergo. And, you know, if I think I was a little unlucky there. I do have less of these big creatures than a Nissa deck does. So Nissa might have been able to stabilize a little easier than this deck could. Yeah, I mean, land destruction is almost always pretty good, especially against those tough control matchups. So let me open up these treasure chests. Ooh, Lava Claw Reaches. Is that worth anything? No, I don't have that. No, it is worth nothing. It is worth nothing whatsoever. We got some more play points. Nothing special there. We got Condo, which I'm pretty sure is worth nothing. Is it? Just make sure it's some of those. Conda. Lord of that thing. No, he's worth nothing. Some of those weird ones have commander applications, and alright, don't mind play points. Mindraker. One more treasure chest. Let's get some value. A Wurmcoil Engine. That's pretty. I actually don't have that printing of Wurmcoil Engine. The Scars of Maraudon one is worth about $5. I have this one. Although this one's a foil. I do like this artwork. I think they're about match on artwork, but it was easier to get the foil of this one. So, but all right, I think that was a fun Rogue Wednesday. I actually normally don't go through leagues, but I actually 4-1 to league with a Rogue deck. I didn't cast Prime Speaker in those heavy control matchups, but that was kind of the point. Is you have a deck that you can pivot around needing to cast your commander or not. Like, you don't necessarily have to. If you can get a Cavern of Souls into play. That game I actually chose Eldrazi, and it ended up being a huge win for me because then he couldn't counter my Eldrazi. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really like this deck, and I might play it again sometime real soon. So thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good night.